XDA is an excellent site overall, and they have released this article. I will link to it in the YouTube description down below, and they give 5 reasons to overclock your GPU instead of buying a new one. All right, so let's go through these. Number 5. Extra frames per second in games for free. Certainly that is the case. Overclock your anything, CPU, GPU, memory, just a little bit, and you will get maybe 5 to 10 frames per second, no joke, from a game that you didn't have before. And well, instead of upgrading, you could have just overclocked it. And that goes to my next point here. Number 4, get more value by delaying the GPU upgrade by overclocking. So you don't have to go out and spend a pile of money, and you will spend a pile of money because what you get for your old one is going to be, well, not much, and you have to spend all this money to get a new one. And while you're not going to get maybe the same performance out of it as a brand new GPU, it might be close depending on the GPU or the video card that you have right now. Number 3, a new GPU might cost too much. Yes, you might not be able to afford it. So if you can't do that, save up and overclock your GPU just to get a little bit longer out of it, maybe a few extra months or maybe even a year until you can afford to get a new one. Number 2, GPU overclocking isn't as complex as you might think. No, it really isn't. It's all down to software, and MSI Afterburner is an excellent way to overclock your video card. And there's lots of guides out there, so you can follow those and you'll be able to get, as much as 10 or 20% of an increase from your video card just by using software. You just increase it, you test it, you increase a little bit more, you test it. If it fails, you just back off and you hit that sweet spot and you're finished. And number 1, overclocking your GPU could be a great learning experience. I would reword this and say overclocking your GPU will be a great learning experience. When I started doing all of this computer stuff over 24 years ago, well, I started learning on day 1, and back then it was a little bit different. Certainly there were no guides out there then. I started learning on day 1 to right now. I'm still learning, and it's so interesting. And it's one of the reasons I think why I enjoy this computer stuff, this tech stuff so much.